Hello, it's Mr. Gural here with my Steelers quarter zip. We're going to go over exploration 2 today, so you guys can check your answers and make sure that you are understanding everything. Just to clarify, this is your weekly assignment. It's due at some point before Monday. If you're working on a packet, just turn that in when you go to pick up next week's packet. I will say that I'm not really going to be offering hard copy packets. It will be all online starting next week. There may be an exception or two based on what types of devices you have at home, but be ready to be logging into HMH, and we're going to be moving to Google Classroom just like Miss Carol. So without further ado, let's get started. So once we get over here to exploration 2, it's going to ask you to do a hands-on activity. Like I said before, if you would like, you can do this at home. You need some kind of different stuff, but for the most part, we're not going to worry about these yet. I am planning on doing some labs that you can do at home, but we're going to skip over that. Exploration 2 is what is gravity? So why don't people, animals, water, and other objects on Earth float off into space? If Earth is round, how is this possible? So it says the lumberjack is cutting down a tree. Use the tools below to draw a tree shape to show where the tree will be when it is done cutting. So when I do this, just draw a tree here. Maybe it'll let me. There we go. Timber. There. Mr. Girl is not the best with the mouse and keyboard drawing. So that's my drawing. Obviously, the tree will fall down, right? And that's because of gravity. This child throws a ball up in the air. Use the tools below to draw what will happen if he doesn't catch the ball. So if Yamir and I are playing catch and I throw the ball to him and he drops it, the ball will end up down here. Yamir would catch the ball, though, because very athletic. All right, how did you know what would happen in the images below? Above, enter your answer in the space below. I mean, I knew this because what goes up must come down. What do you know about gravity? So it says the tree in the example above was certainly affected by gravity. You probably already have some ideas about gravity. Let's see what you already know. Why did the tree fall to the ground? Gravity is a force that pulls. That word pulls is really important, guys. Pulls. Gravity pulls all objects in the universe towards each other, not down, but towards each other. We are pulled down towards Earth, and guess what? We pull Earth towards us. How exactly does gravity work with objects on Earth? Now it's time to practice what you've learned. So use the tools below to draw arrows that show which way the people are being pulled. So if I'm drawing this arrow, he's throwing dough into the air. It's going to be pulled down towards Earth. Notice how they all go towards Earth. They go towards the big object. Okay? This is how people who live down here don't fall off the Earth, because gravity does not go straight down like this. Gravity goes towards Earth. This is wrong. Gravity does not pull you down. It feels like it's pulling you down because normally Earth is down. Explain why you drew the arrows the way you did. What did you already know about gravity that made you draw the arrows? Gravity pulls toward each other. So the dough is being pulled toward the Earth. Location affect gravity. People have divided Earth into hemispheres or halves to help explain where things are located on the globe. The northern hemisphere is the half between the equator and the North Pole. The southern hemisphere is the half between the equator and the South Pole. As you watch the videos below, pay attention to which hemisphere the kids live in. So Iceland's right up here. Here he goes. Dropped down. Big surprise, right? Next, India. India is in the northern hemisphere, but on the other side of the world here. Where did it drop? Straight down. All right, this one's going to be weird. New Zealand. It's below the equator, southern hemisphere. Which way did the ball drop? Is it going to drop up towards the equator? Nope, it drops down. And in the United States, where we live, right here. Where did it drop? You guessed it, down. Which maps show places on Earth where gravity pulls things towards Earth's surface? Select all that apply. It is all of them. How does gravity affect you? Enter your answer in the space below. Gravity affects me by keeping me on the Earth. I dump, do not float into space. Drop something, it falls toward the. What is meant when someone says that objects falls down? It goes in the opposite direction of the sky? No. It falls towards the southern hemisphere? No. It falls towards Earth. Actually got that wrong. It goes in the opposite direction of the sky. Sorry about that. There you go. Away from the sky. So dropping the ball, we know that no matter where you are on Earth, all things fall towards Earth's surface. But is that where gravity stops? Have you ever dug a hole and dropped something into it? If you have, you know the object will continue to fall down. That's because gravity pulls all matter towards the center of our planet. So as you can see here, everything gets pulled towards Earth. Here, 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 and here. And this is a really weird drawing because we're not this big. Towards Earth's center. What makes things fall? On Earth, gravity makes things fall toward the center of Earth. Gravity is a force that affects all matter on Earth. People are in situations every day where the force of gravity makes falling a dangerous risk. It also makes lifting things harder. Look at each image to see how people have engineered ways to deal with the effects of gravity. Examine the pictures to discover more about the lifting effects of gravity. Cranes lift and move heavy objects that would be much too heavy for people to lift and move on their own. Climbing upstairs uses a lot of energy as you are working against the force of gravity. Using an elevator makes going up a lot easier. Almost all tall buildings have windows. Those windows need to be cleaned. This is terrifying. To keep them safe, window washers wear safety harnesses. When power lines need repairing, the repair person has to get up to the power poles. To do this, they are lifted up in a basket by a special crane called a cherry picker. What are some other things that you've been engineered to help people deal with the effects of gravity? Enter your answer in the space below. What do you guys think? Here I would call on people. So what are some things that help us with gravity? Planes. Okay, I can hear another 6th grade student say something like Ferris wheel, roller coasters, bouncy shoes, Jordans. Okay, they help us jump. You learned that gravity pulls objects towards Earth's center. You've also learned that people have engineered mechanisms to deal with the effects of gravity. How might you support the opinion that a rock climber's biggest problem is gravity? Enter your answer in the space below. A rock climber's biggest problem is gravity because if they are not hanging on the rock, gravity will pull them. Okay. That is exploration 2. Tomorrow I will go over the take it further and lesson self-check. Okay.